Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft Through the Ages. This is the Minecraft Let's Play series, where I update this Minecraft world all the way from the first version of Minecraft all the way up to the more modern releases. And in today's episode, I wanted to focus on some building because I've been going through features and stuff, but I want to take an episode to just take it easy and just do some builds and have a good time. Now, if you're wondering what this is right here, this is like a little confusing. I want to build a tree stack. So what that means is I want to plant a tree here and then it'll grow. And on top of that tree, I want to replace the top leaf with dirt, then plant another tree on top of that, then go above that one and do that again all the way up until we reach max build height. Now, why are we doing this? I don't know. I think it just will look cool. That's the main reason why I'm doing this. But it'll be a cool thing to do throughout this episode. I think, like, throughout this episode, we'll just slowly add to this because the trees do take a little bit to grow and we don't have bone meal. So, just throughout this episode, I'm going to add another tree on here every once in a while. I'm going to build a more outline on this just to make this look a little bit more fancy, I guess. But if you're not as interested in this episode, I completely understand that if you just want to watch the series for the features. But I hope you stick around and then watch this video, because we're going to be just building and having a good time. Now, if you don't stick around to the end of the episodes, you'll be a little confused on when I built this. And that's because at the end of every episode, I try to do a build or something like that in a form of a time lapse just to, get an extra build in there and not take up much video space. And I built this lake right here in one of the end segments of a video. And I have like a fountain right here, and it's going out through this river over to the flat woods world. I stopped building this right around here, and that's because I was gonna finish this later, and I just built like it going into a little pond down there. But I have expanded this and made this river go all the way through to the ocean over there. Not ocean, but the other woods world. So now there's a giant river that flows from all the way up there, all the way to the woods world over there. So it's kind of takes a curve. It goes straight a little bit, but then it starts to curve right through here. So I'm going to walk through this so you can kind of get an idea of what this river looks like. And we're going to do something pretty important with this river in a second. I just need to show it off first. And it ends right here and connects into the woods world that we survived in a couple episodes ago and built that house. And if you're wondering, I did not dig this out by hand. I used TNT. I just placed a giant trail of TNT coming along through here. Then when I got to the edge, I lit it. And it made a pretty actually nice river shape. It looks a lot like a river. It even like dips down in the middle. And if you're wondering, I did use MC Edit to get rid of the bedrock because I wanted to connect these. And I use water source blocks to kind of make it look like an edge. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I might break those. I just thought it looked cool. And I wanted water source blocks in here at some point just so I don't accidentally drain this area, because the water is limited in these versions if you don't have a water source block touching your body of water. But a big reason why I built, these trees are all messed up from the TNT, but the big reason why I built this river is because I wanted to build a flooded town. And I'm going to build this flooded town, and I want to connect the river to it and I want to make it look like the river kind of flooded through here. Or something like that. I'm still like kind of, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like a lore to it. So the plan is, I cut out all the trees right here, and I'm going to use TNT again to make this a valley. And then I want to build a village inside this valley. But then, when I'm done building it, I want to flood it with water. And have like the rooftop sticking out. So I need to grab some more TNT. God, these trees are so annoying. I need to grab my TNT from inside this Indev house and, blow up this place. 3 stacks of TNT should be enough, right? Yeah, it'll be enough. How should I do this? Should I make it valley shaped? I'll make it valley shaped. So I'm just gonna throw a line of TNT in here, I guess. Like right through the middle right here, and just maybe continue blowing it up, because of course it's gonna have to be a little bit deeper than this. I'll do this to start off and see how it goes. That line looks good. I'm gonna save before I punch this just in case I regret this. All right, so I'm gonna blow up this TNT in 3, 2, 1. Don't you just love the old Minecraft TNT sounds? They're so perfect. I love them so much. This is not, it's not flat, which I should have expected. I don't know why I expected it to be flat. I don't like this. I don't know why I expected it to make just the shape I wanted. It doesn't work like that. I'm gonna have to flatten all this out. You know what? I'll keep cooking this up, and maybe I can fix this. Maybe if I just build dirt on top of it, it'll look good, and just have a hole in the bottom. I don't know. This is not what I wanted. So I have finished this valley and it is ready to be built on. I'm probably going to build a staircase right here and then have like a path swinging through here and like maybe a path that like curves through here, something like that, and we can build some houses along it. Now, a problem came up, and if you look at my hand, it's not right. And I'm kind of Walter White right now. Now, I can't fix this. I was looking at Betacraft and it says it takes up to a week for your skin to update, and apparently I guess I just forgot to change my skin. I was playing with my friends and I changed my skin to Walter White because we were just joking around. And so yeah, I'm Walter White for the rest of this episode, I guess, but hopefully you guys don't mind that. I need to get rid of this dirt that I've been using for a staircase and build an actual staircase here. I'm probably just going to build it out of some smooth stone and bricks. It's pretty simple palette. It doesn't really need to be complicated. Actually, I should start from up here so I know the actual distance that this is going to be. I'm probably just going to make it 3. 3 is a good amount. And we can make this stone here and we'll just slowly make our way down, and then we'll have a staircase. Okay, I'm just going to put some torches on here to light this up. And this staircase seems pretty fine. Actually, you know what I should do? I should put stone here. And there we go. Now it's good. Now the question is, what do I build the path out of? Maybe cobblestone, because then I could do mossy cobblestone. Actually, I was thinking, you know what we should do? We should do stone and gravel. I really like this gravel texture and the stone texture. I think they go pretty well together in this version. If you do slightly more stone than gravel, it looks pretty good. So maybe should I lie? Maybe I should use dirt to mark out the path first before I dig it out. Just get a shape that I like. You know what? I forgot to do this on the stairs. Decided to finish this bit off camera of the path because I realized I needed a path here because this was just grass, and I do plan on this path going up here and having stairs going up into that part of the world so everything can connect together. This part I want to plan out first with dirt. I realize I don't have any dirt on me. Okay, so I have the dirt and I'm probably gonna just build a path kind of going like this and then going like here and maybe wrapping around over here. I don't want it to be too big, just, you know, it's a simple path, and then have a couple houses along the path. I don't want this village to be too big, just because I'm going to be flooding it anyways, and I'm not going to have any real use for it. It's just to look cool. Also, I was thinking about where I should have this connected to the river, and I'm either going to have it come through here, right through here, so it's along the path and you can look at it, or right here, maybe both, because right through here it makes sense. I could probably easily connect it to the river through here. I don't actually know what's over here. I should probably check what's going on over here before I flood the area. Okay, there wasn't anything over here, so I'm gonna get to building the path. So before we continue building the rest of the village, I wanted to add the next layer of tree on top of the tree stack. Now, we have to wait for that to grow, and then we'll add on the next tree. I am thinking I'm going to have to build a path here. Maybe I think the easiest place to connect it to is the bridges that I have built across my Polyworld. And I don't remember if I showed this off camera, but I removed the torches from the bridges just because they were really uneven and not spaced correctly at all. So I thought it would be better just to remove them. In the future, I might re-add the torches and the blocks that held up the torches. But for now, since we have the world on paradise settings, we don't really need to do that. So I'm just going to keep the bridges with no torches for now. So I'm back at the soon-to-be flooded world, and I think the most important thing to do right now is decide what level this is going to be flooded up to. And so I was thinking, oh, hold on, this valley is not as deep as I thought it was. Maybe right here, but that only leaves a couple blocks, so it's gonna have to be pretty high up. It honestly might have to be up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7 blocks. How tall is the house? They're usually about 7 blocks. So it's either gonna be here or here. I think I'm gonna decide once I have the buildings in place. But since I don't have the buildings in place, for now, I'm just gonna leave the water trapped right here so it can't get out. So the buildings I think I'm gonna have look pretty similar to each other just because I don't want to spend too much time on this. And I think I'm gonna build the first one right here. Let's make the corners out of smooth stone, then have the middle brick, because I want it to be mostly smooth stone and brick. So this can be the front, and we can have a doorway right here. Just a simple house design like that. And I was thinking of some kind of trim to put on top of this, which we could do just some simple wood to trim it off, and then we can do slabs like this. So I've been designing the house, and it's definitely different. It's definitely interesting, and by that I mean I'm unhappy with it. Now, am I gonna destroy it? Maybe. What I got... Okay, you know what I can do? I'm gonna destroy this stone and replace it with cobblestone. I think that was a weird idea, and they do not blend together well. So I'm gonna destroy this stone, and I'm gonna replace this with cobblestone because that's gonna look a lot better. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I would like to give an update on my skin situation, and that's that I'm Steve now. Apparently, I'm Steve. I honestly don't remember how I got my skin to be my normal Minecraft skin, and now it's just Steve. So, I mean, this fits way more than Walter White being my skin. So, I guess I'm Steve now. So I don't want this section of the house to have a second floor. I just want this to be flat. I keep falling. I just want this part to be flat. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move this wood because this doesn't look good, and I'm gonna make this top out of stone, and then we can put slabs. So you have this part roofed off, and then this part, I think I'm just gonna continue building this up. Then I think on these wood parts, I'm gonna do stone in the mid, not stone in the middle, glass in the middle, and then I'm just gonna cap it off. I don't want this to be too tall because I feel like this is getting too tall and it'll defeat the whole purpose of it being flooded. Okay, now that I have the shape of this, what I think I'm gonna do is slabs here and then blocks on this part and just see how that looks. And maybe I can make this come into a center point. standing in here, I realized this house is not even. But you know what I'm going to do about that? I'm just going to ignore that. This room isn't even. The roof is even somehow. I don't know what black magic I did. It's uneven. It's weird. It's funky in here. I don't like it. The only thing that matters is it looks good from the outside. Oh, does it? Does it even look good from the outside? Oh my god, this is probably one of the worst houses I think I've ever made in my Minecraft career. Oh no. Okay, maybe I do this. That looks a little bit better. What else can I do to make this not so goddamn ugly? This, okay, what is this? What is happening here? Looks good from up here, but not out there, which is the more important part. This house is not good. It is not well. I tried some things. The things did not succeed. Let's just say that. I say, you live, you learn. Never again with this idea for a house. The problem is, I gotta build the rest of this village. And the rest of this, I want the houses to look similar, obviously. But this house is so ugly, I don't want to build the other houses. Because this is so goddamn ugly. So I don't really know what to do when I build the other houses. Because this one is just so damn ugly. Yeah, so I really like this house from the inside. Like, the inside has a cool vibe to it. But the problem with this house is when you realize, one, this room is uneven and funky. And two, when you look at it from the outside. You know what? This house is ugly. And I'm proud. I built an ugly house today. And you know, it's not a bad thing. I just made a couple wrong decisions when building this house. And in the future, I won't try to go for such a wacky build palette, I guess, and go for some more simpler ones. And just, again, yeah, not make it so wacky and so weird. And I think I'm going to make the rest of the houses here pretty small. And I'm going to make them, again, not such a wacky build palette. So I'm going to get started on the other houses. I will see you guys when I finish building the rest of the village. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not going to be that big. It's going to be a pretty small village, just like maybe each of these roads ending in a house. So maybe like just a couple more houses. Not many. And would you look at that? The village is done. And I'm a lot happier with the new house. Oh, what the hell? I'm a lot happier with the new houses compared to this one. This one's trash. It's dookie. But the other ones, I'm more proud of. Also, it has grown on me a little bit. I am starting to like it more now. The only problem is the not symmetrical part. That's the only problem I have with it. But besides that, this village is great. I need maybe put a few more decorations on the path, and this village will be done. But before I do that, I want to give a little tour of all the houses I built. This house was, the idea for it was made by my brother. He said, since you're flooding this place, why don't you build a place that's like prepared for the flood? A place that is like a dome, or like they're prepared for a flood. And that's what this is. And if you look at the floor, it's covered in sponges. They're preparing themselves for the flood. And this is like the entrance, and there's a lot of domes, and it's very flood-proof, I guess. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but you know, we got a greenhouse in here to supply oxygen for when this place goes under. And there's an upstairs for viewing and looking out into the water and into the flooded abyss that this town is soon to be under. And then I did build a little pond right here, and I got 2 docks, mainly for fishing. If these villagers get their food from fishing at this pond, or maybe it's just a nice place to go. I have this like brick barn building right here. It's pretty simple in design. I did struggle with the design actually, because I rebuilt it multiple times because I wasn't happy with the proportions. And bricks are really annoying to mine. If you didn't know, this is the mining speed of bricks. So they are super annoying to mine. And I've rebuilt this multiple times. And it was pretty annoying, but I like this now. Then this idea, originally it was going to be a dirt hut, but then I had the idea to put a tree on top. So this is just like a giant tree stump that's gotten overgrown, and somebody has repurposed it into their house. Kind of like Shrek's stump, honestly. That is where I got a lot of inspiration for it, was Shrek's house. And the inside, again, they don't have insides for now. I'm going to do the insides after the flood and make it look like their furniture is like floating, and there's going to be like crafting tables floating on the water, bookcases floating everywhere. But, you know, I can't really do that until I flood the town. And then this is a fortress. I wanted to build some kind of fortressy house and just make this look like a real nice beta house. Like, this is something you would see in a beta server. And it has 2 floors. Pretty simple. It's just a simple little fortress thing. Now that the town is done, I am excited to flood this place. Like, I'm excited. I really want to flood this place. I've been working on this place for like a week probably. I want to flood it right now. I'm flooding it right now. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to mine this, and it's going to flood everything. It's going to be great. Hopefully there's no repercussions to this, because I don't know what that word means. Is it going? Hello? Oh, it's starting. Oh. Hold on, let me get a better angle. Look at that water go. Water in this version is so devastating. Oh my goodness. There it goes. Oh, the poor sheep. No, Mr. Sheep, no. Also, I did design all the houses so the roofs are sticking out of the water. Maybe not all the houses are gonna stick out, but I designed it so most of the houses can stick out of the water. And that's why, if you're wondering why I made it like this, I want the roofs to stick out. Man, look at this. Oh, I should build like a Noah's Ark house. Like somebody made their house like floatable. I should build that. That would be cool. Like build a boat on here or something. Maybe just a boat. Maybe I'll build a boat on here. You know, I was thinking about making it 1 higher, but I think this is the actual perfect height for the flood. And if you can see, the source block is 1 higher. So, you know what? Maybe I should make it look like there's a pipe. Dude, I am so good at Minecraft. You guys don't even know. I'm gonna make this look like a pipe and make it look like a pipe is flooding this place. So I need to... Oh god, I don't even have any dirt. What am I doing with my life? Jeez. Uh-oh. 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 No. Alright, we got the pipe done. That was pretty easy. Just a simple pipe right here that's pouring water into the village. And look at this. I could not be happier with this. This is really nice. This is pretty much how I imagined it. I mean, of course I imagined more buildings in my head, but I am not going to build any more buildings. I want to finish this place because I've been working on this for so long. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. So it only flooded like this part, and you can still like look out and see the water, because just the way water works in this version, it only goes up to this level because of the door. And then this whole building should be intact because of the sponges. So let's go inside and see. Oh yeah, the inside is perfectly intact. Look at that. But the problem is the outside looks a little funky because of the way sponges work. But, you know, we can just ignore that. Pretend like it's not like that. You know. It's fine. It's fine. Well, we have this place done. The only thing I have left to do, which I can do on my own time, is build the floating furniture and like bookcases and chests floating in the water. But you guys don't need to see me do that. So let's, you know, move on to our next build in this episode. Or, actually, let's not move on to the next build. Let's go to the tree and add to the tree stack. Alright, it's time to add the 3rd tree onto the tree stack. And I gotta build up the staircase a little bit before we add the next tree. Alright, now break this, there's the dirt, there's a sapling, and the tree stack continues to ever grow. If you watched the last episode, you will know what I'm looking at right now. And this is the Paradise World type, and I have put it into our Polyworld because if you don't know, I want to only play on this world throughout this series. Just sometimes I might have to branch off into another world, but I will eventually add it to the Polyworld. And the Polyworld is a giant collection of worlds. It's pretty obvious from just looking around that in the chunk borders and everything. Like for example, right there, there's a giant chunk border. And what's so special about the Paradise World type is that it's supposed to be beach-like and relaxing, and that's that there's no mountains and there's more beaches than a usual world. And it's always eternally day. I also have that setting turned on in the Polyworld just because light updates in this version are really laggy and lag out my game anytime it starts to turn nighttime, so I had to do that, otherwise my game would just be constantly lagging and it would be really annoying. I built some basic stuff and the stuff you'd expect to build in a paradise themed world, and that's that I built like some just beach related stuff, like a campfire right here. This is the first house I built. Then I built these two vacation homes right here that are connected through that bridge. I built a dock with an eating area, a little like bar and grill area right there, and then I built a mine, of course, to gather all the materials to build everything. The mine is just past this house right here I built for myself right there. There's the mine. If you're interested in that, go back and watch the last episode if you didn't. Now, to stay with the ocean paradise theme we got going on right here, I want to build a boat. We already have some ships floating in the sky over there. They're not loaded in right now because I'm too far away, but those ships are floating magical ships. I want to build some actual water ships, and I want to go. I have a docking area over here I can go over to, and we can build one there, and then I'll copy and paste it throughout the water, so we can have some ships throughout the water in this world, because there is a lot of water. Since the way Indev generation works, almost every single world type other than that border, there is an ocean surrounding it, and so I just want to build some ships just to make the world feel more built. I can now see the floating ship in the distance. It's a blue one up on the floating islands. I think that one's docked. I do have one that is flying. Oh yeah, that's the flying one. I can see it. I can see the smoke coming out of it that I used wool for. But of course, I want to build some actual wooden floating ships on this water right here. And I already have these docks built up. I don't remember when I built these or if I even showed these docks on camera. But right here, I have some docks built up, and I'm going to build just a nice medium-sized boat right here. So I finished the ships, and the ship, and I copy and pasted it throughout the world using MC Edit. I can see one in the distance right now. And I also wanted to copy the flying ship and paste some more throughout the world. And I got this one, and I made it blue. But this one, for some reason, it glitched out, and I cannot figure it out. For some reason, I cannot change the color of it. I'm gonna try to fix it, but for some reason the color will not change. So for now it's just like that. In the future I will try to change that to a different wool color. Maybe if it comes to the worst, I'll manually remove it and change it. I just have the ship scattered around. Oh, I have one right there. So it's pretty much just this ship, copy and paste it. I have it right here, there's one right here. I know I have one this way. I'm gonna make my way over to there. So I pasted one here. Here's a closer look at the flying ship. And I pasted some over here. I don't need to show them all. It's not that important. But since I'm over here, let's add another tree to this tree stack. I think I'm going to put torches in the corners. So I need to grab 1 dirt, 1 sapling, some of these, and we climb the tree stack. Oh my god, if I would have died, I would have gotten really terrible. How the hell did I manage to do that? I really wish we had sneaking in this version. Alright. 1 piece of dirt, 1 sapling, and the tree stack. Oh no. And the tree stack continues to grow. Oh my god, I gotta not do that. Especially once it gets taller, because I'll probably end up dying. So, for the final build of this episode, I wanted to build something kind of just as a tribute as to another Minecraft YouTuber who has a series that's really similar to mine, almost exactly the same, and that is BugmanCX. He is a very small YouTuber. He has like 5,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm smaller, but still, that's pretty small in the terms of YouTube. When I had the idea to do this series, which was like a year ago, this is the 3rd rendition of the series, if you don't know. This is season 3. If you look under my playlist, this is the 3rd rendition of the series. When I did have the idea for the series, I looked up to see if anybody else did it, and turns out not many people have done it. Most people who have done it either gave up on it because it is such a crazy task of going through every single version, or they don't go through every single version, they skip a few, they only do the major versions, they start at 1.0. If you look at my series, my first rendition, I started the final version of InfDev, went to alpha, then the second rendition I started at the beginning of InfDev, and then this rendition I started all the way in the first version. He did something similar. Now, back when he started the series, there wasn't an easy way to get through all the versions. Now there's this launcher called Betacraft, which documents almost every single version. They get new versions every once in a while, so there's only a couple left that they still don't have. They have almost every single version. And I just followed, I didn't follow, but I watched his videos and I used them to help me like come for like a guideline or like a basis of how to make this series. And if you look at his channel, please go ahead. He does this way better than me. He somehow manages to get good camera angles. He's just multiplayer, which is insane. That would be really annoying to do. I wouldn't want to do that. He has to set up servers. In these old versions, it's hard to do. And just everything he does with the series is so good. He does skits, he does really cool intros, he tries to spice up each episode. But what I'm doing here is a little bit different than his, because he didn't have access to these early versions because they were harder to find. Now you can find them all in Betacraft. I'm going through all of them individually and trying to do a build for each version. That's at least what I did recently. Maybe not the beginning of the series, but now I'm trying to do like a build for each version, trying to cover each version extensively and just go through all the changes that happen in these versions, which I never used to do. And then, you know, I use Bugman. He helps guide this series really, and he is a big inspiration to me. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Minecraft Through the Ages. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next video.